assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man, they even caught the Boston bomber. But when we ride, they send the military and armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die a martyr. You reap what you sow, some people call it karma. When Christ return, y'all gon' get this harvest like a farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with a side of Shakur. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights, patting me down. You got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I gave up my vice. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And Your Honor, why you gave our homeboy's life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboy twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. He came from Habibi's spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's trife, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. Ask Trayvon, Mike Brown, a Cod Gurley, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando, Alden Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is.
Check. It's still kind of local though. Can you hear me out, Yanazar?
Slug, so this is Officer Tabawan. I can hear you, sir. Can you hear us in Durham?
Con, I can hear you. Check.
Come
All right, more sound, Chris. Turn me up. No, one. Push one. Check. Keep going. Check. Okay, that's swab. I just like to hear myself. So everybody else coming in a few seconds, in a few minutes. Stop one. Okay. Okay, most on Christ. Give them a few more minutes to make sure everybody, a few seconds anyway. Yanazar, that story that you sent to me earlier about the tribe or the reservation, you have that?
I don't want concert. I have it.
I want to
the Thaba one as well, because I thought that was that was a significant story. If you understand what really went down, when you read through the story, you see what went down, sir. Like they were running these trains through these other territories, and they was having crashes and spills with the oil. So then they decided to break another treaty and agreement and run the trains through the Indian reservation.
Of course.
So Indians sued them.
Hold on. I read that one, but I want to go into one that that we gonna try to get both of them, Lord willing. As soon as we get into class, I also want to go into the reintroduction of the drafts. I actually want to go into that before Cap get in here, and I'm sure Cap gonna go into it. Commander General YAHANNA going into it. We're gonna get into it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with class. Everybody in here? Everybody, if y'all in the chat, please give us a 1 in the chat. Hit a 1 in the chat box if y'all can hear us clearly, to make sure that the audio is toward before we get started. Bob, everybody hit the 1 in the chat before we get started, please. So we got good audio. All right, well, y'all know what we do, man. Clap it up. Let's go. All right, Shalom. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, Barakathum to the Akim. Yahweh Shamar Alathan by Hashem Yahushai to the sisters. I'm preaching officer of 5,000 Zion Yala coming out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Tonight is the Brotherhood class and scripture breakdown class that is held by Captain 13,000, Captain Nayathat Banyamyan. I'll be holding down the helm until he gets in. Lord willing, I'll be able to, bring out something that y'all can actually learn. These classes are designed for Black, Hispanics, Native Indians to learn their true identity, their true culture according to the Bible. What is their true identity, their true culture? We are the Jews that are spoken about in the Bible. We are the Jews of antiquity. But today we go by things like African American. We also call ourselves Negro. We also call ourselves Blacks. We also call ourselves Negro. Salakia, I mean colored. You understand? Puerto Rican, Haitian, Guatemalan, All these things that we call ourselves, but we don't call ourselves who? The children of the Lord. These classes are designed for us to wake up. Just like I woke up. Each and every last one of us has an opportunity to learn the truth about who we are and where you come from, right? Today, we do not know this as a people, right? You have onesies and twosies all over the place. But as a nation, we're not there. You understand? So we're here to put a staple in the earth to say, you know what, this is how you do it. And under Commander General YAHANNA in the I.S.U.P.K, we are the only authorized teachers on the entire earth that will teach this Bible into its entirety. You understand? We got schools here in North Carolina, in Durham, Charlotte, or Kannapolis, Fayetteville, and Goldsboro. You understand? Am I missing anybody? Yes, here, right? So if you're close to any of these regions or these areas, please reach out to the school. There are phone numbers at the bottom of the page, so you can reach out or put your questions in the box. All right. So with that being said, I like to do hot topics before Cap get in, because I'm sure he's going to break down some scriptures. If you have any questions about a scripture or something that you read, please put it in the chat box and we'll answer it in the particular order that it shows up. Each and every last one of us should have questions about the Bible. If you don't have questions about the Bible, I can only assume one thing, that you know everything that's in the Bible. You understand? That's the only thing I can assume. But I know that not all of us are that what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I don't want to say endowed. I want to say all of us, we just don't have those things, because this is a process of us changing our lives over a period of time. Okay. So with that being said, Yonazar.
Salakia, sir, can you hear me?
Con, I can hear you loud and clear, brother. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I got a question.
Come on.
It's Deuteronomy 23:8. Let me get it, sir.
Hand me that Bible out of that bag right there, Bible Kashaw.
I just want some clarification or a general breakdown of this verse. It says, the children that are begotten of Slakia. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23 and verse 8.
The Bible. It's a Bible in the backside of it, right there. Yeah, come on, Jonas, I gave you.
The children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of the Lord in their third generation. This is talking about, in verse 7, it talks about how the Edomites, if we have children by the Edomites or the Egyptians or strangers, they can enter into the congregation after the third generation. So I just need to understand, how is it like, okay, so if a sister has a baby by a heathen, does that baby enter, does that line enter into the congregation after the third generation?
You got to remember, if I'm not mistaken, we'll get into it with Cap. But at this time, you got to think about this. Also, we're talking about our people that lived inside of Jerusalem, right? And if that was a child that was had by a heathen child, that child couldn't be in the congregation, correct? That's the law, right?
One comment, sir.
So what would this be talking about then?
I'm just getting clarification, because I'm thinking like maybe this is just talking about if our men marry a heathen.
Does it say that that's the only thing could be, right? But what would that child be? It would still be an Israelite, correct?
All
right. So
I'm just trying to understand why he has to come into the congregation after the third generation.
Because it was considered to be unclean.
Until 3 generations.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure. So if a sister marries a heathen, they never going to come in.
Right, because that's unlawful.
I just want, Salaki, sir, Tawada, I just wanted to clarification on that. Also, sir, Deuteronomy 25 and 11. Okay, Deuteronomy 25 and 11, Baba Kashab. Real quick. I know you want to get into something thing. It says, when men strive together one with another, meaning they fighting, and the wife of one draweth near for to deliver her husband out of the hand of him that smiteth him, and putteth forth her hand and taketh him by the secrets, then thou shalt cut off her hands. Thine eyes shall not pity her. Could I get a breakdown on that, sir?
Well, you know what the secrets are.
Yeah.
So essentially,
So
essentially, so what are we talking about in this verse though?
like, if I may, sir,
Uh-huh.
two brothers is going at it.
Okay.
And so the wife comes by and grabs the other brother who's fighting her husband by the nuts.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You know, that's what I'm just trying to understand for sure before I ever speak on it or teach on it. I just want to be able to know for sure, was I thinking correctly?
Now, what you read is what I read as well, but we got to hold tight on that one because I want to know. That's a great question that you have. I don't know that one. The breakdown of that for sure. I want to get a solid breakdown for Cap when he come in, but I'm on it. But the last part of that, when it says by their hand, I would like to know that too as well, Yanazar.
Yeah, because you're cutting off her hand, so that's a grievous crime if you cut off her hand.
Right.
So she didn't like. So that would make me think that maybe she grabbed the brother by the cojones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's what it says. That is secret.
Okay, but, so we gonna see.
But we want to get that official thing. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of why it's saying that. And we read it. That's the law how we stand. But we want to make sure Captain I thought give us that real deal holy feel on it though. Okay.
Most High in Christ, sir. The water.
That Tawad with you?
Yes, sir. No. Go ahead. I'll ask Captain now. I got one more real quick. The Amorites, right? The Amorites. I can't find them in the Zondervan, nor can I find the lineage of them in Genesis. So I would like to know who the hell they are.
The Amorites. That's Ammon, right?
No, not Ammonites. Amorites.
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 I think that's some kind of that's a Hamitic tribe, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't prove it though. That's the problem. I can't prove it.
Yeah, there was Canaan. They was out of Canaan. But what you looking at, the Zondervan Pictorial Bible, the small one?
Yeah, I was looking at the small one and I couldn't find Amorites. I found Ammonites, but Amorite is not in the small one.
Is that big one over there? Quadon? That Zondervan is the Pictorial Bible Dictionary. The big. Hey, look in the big one over there, Yanazar. Y'all have the big Pictorial Bible Dictionary, right?
Kind of on I got to get it out of the what you call it. But like we can, if you need the time to go into whatever you wanted to go in, we could get the answer later as well, sir.
Okay, we'll get it. But if I'm not mistaken, I think that's definitely that's a Hamitic
tribe. I'll check the larger one and see if it's in there.
Con, I want to say that it's a Hamitic tribe out of the land of Canaan.
Con, sir.
That what you got?
Yeah, that's all I got, sir. I'm gonna double check it, and then we, fact check.
I will buy. Read what you got. I will buy. Let me see what you got, brother. Syrians.
I can't hear him out here.
Hold on. Spell it again, Yanazar.
Amorite.
Amorites.
Amorite. Yes.
Not Ammonites. Okay, what you got? Hey, go ahead and read it, Quadon.
This is the Pictorial Bible Dictionary.
Now I want to break this down. I'm gonna show you something. Everybody who out there listening, your Christian pastor would never do this. That's why this is called a school, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We don't just belch things out of our mouths with no context of what it is that we're saying. Brothers in here actually have a sincere heart and mind. What your heart is your mind, and what we're trying to do and teach our people, right? So when you have questions about the Bible, you're supposed to bring it to the priest and prophet, not go to your goddamn grandma. You want to go to your uncle, what is it, Ned the wino, and ask him about the Bible. Bring your questions that you have about the Bible to the priests and prophets of the Lord. We look in these scriptures and we study. We have real scholars of the Bible. If I can't give you an answer, somebody gonna give you an answer. Captain I thought may give you an answer. It goes higher, and we'll get you what you need, and we'll teach it so we all will know. Like, don't be embarrassed to ask your questions, because this is what happens. If you have a question and you're just coming into the school, I guarantee you there's like 4 or 5 other students that want to know the same exact question, if I may. All right, so go ahead and read that for him, Quadon.
Come on. This is the it says Amorite. Although this word in the Hebrew is always in singular, it is used collectively of that tribe of people who, according to Genesis 10 and 16, descended from Canaan.
Yep.
They probably were East Semites, and were, while not Akkadians, were very closely akin to them.
So
it would have a mixture of Hamites and Semites.
But also it could be, you got to remember the land of Canaan was another it was another conglomerate of all type of tribes and people.
Kind of one concert. That's why I needed to know. But hold
on, Kawal got something as well.
Quadum, the water for that.
Hold on, one more thing. Come on, our bar.
I was gonna read scripture. I got in Amos. The book of Amos, chapter
10 and 16. Salakia, one more time if you could. That's 10 and 16.
The book of Amos, chapter 2 and verse 10. Says, also I brought you up from the land of Egypt and led you 40 years through the wilderness to possess the land of Amorite.
So that would have to be still the land of Canaan.
Land of Canaan. Baba Kashaf, the water. I got it. Gotta be. Okay. So they're Hamites.
Hold on one second. I got one more thing. I got this off of the core. It says the Amorites were an ancient Semitic speaking people who inhabited the region of Mesopotamia and Canaan during the Bronze Age. Just scroll down a little bit. It says, therefore, it is not accurate to speak specific of modern day descendants of the Amorites in a direct genealogical sense. The descendants of the Amorites, if any, will likely be part of the modern population of the Middle East, particularly in regions where the ancient Amorites once lived, such as modern day Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and Israel. However, these modern populations are diverse and have been shaped by the centuries, migration, conquest, and exterminating with other ethnic groups, making it difficult to trace the descendants of the actual Amorites. They've been mixed in with the people of those lands.
So you got the Assyrians, you have you got Canaans that you got to, just once again, Canaan was just a land that was full of diverse lineage, you understand? But also the one thing I do know that the Lord told us not to follow those tribes when we go to the land of Canaan. That's the one thing I do know. All right, so we do know that they're not us. So we're absolutely positive about that. So we'll do some more research on it and get a definite, but it's just saying this tribe are definitely mixed over time in different locations. Okay.
So like I said, if I may, because I did trace the bloodline of the Hamitic tribes and I didn't see them in there. So Quadam, what scripture was that again? Genesis 10 and 16.
Yeah, he looked in the Pictorial Bible Dictionary.
Okay. Yeah, but he gave a scripture in Genesis, though. That's 10 and 16. The what? I got it. 10 and 16. Okay. Okay, Most High Christ, sir. The what? All Akim.
All right, so let's do this. I want to get into that story about the that train, what they were doing with that crude oil, Yonazar.
Okay. I sent it to Tabawan. If he wants to bring it in, I sent it to him as well. But I know the recap is simply this particular rail line, this company, they were limited to a certain amount of cars that they could bring through the Indians' land. And they have a history of oil spills. So what they did was, instead of taking chances in other lands, they decided to take all the oil through the Native Indians' land.
So what you're telling me is that this particular company, that own a train, more or less, like train rails, right? And they were hauled. They have crude oil that they was carried from what across the United States,
across the country. And they have a history of leaks and spills. And what they found out was that the brand of oil that they was transporting through the Native Indians' land, I sent it to you too, and Bankayo.
And I remember it's saying that oil was highly volatile. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so there was
Native
a lot.
Indians sued them.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, they had an agreement on how much oil and what type of oil they could take through the Indians' land. So they, of course, they broke the agreement, exceeded the agreement, and the Native Indian tribe, which I think it says it only consists of 1,500 people, sued them and won the $400 million.
Well, get a Lord a hand for that, then. You
So
know
when
what I'm
I
saying?
read that, you understand when like I said, if I may, when I read that, it made me think of the scripture, you know, a troop shall overcome them, but they shall overcome at the end. So this might be like the beginning of them making a comeback. That's what I was thinking. Slack, sir.
Well, anytime you have a victory over your enemy, give the Lord a hand for it. You understand? Because the everyday Commander General Hunter brought up something that was I thought was very insightful. Right. He was saying that Juneteenth has to be more to us than just getting together for barbecue ribs. Juneteenth cannot just be us getting together, selling merchandise and playing gospel music. He said Juneteenth is something that we should glory in. It's a signify us getting away from this empire. You understand? It's a victory over our enemy. And that's what our high holy days are set up for. Our high holy days aren't just, just random, random acts of time to have a party, Kawal. They're all supposed to mean something. We should have the spirit of being warriors in here, man. If you waking up every day, don't get rocked to sleep in this empire, man. Don't get rocked to sleep by the small things that the oppressor gives you from day in and day out. We have to be able to actively seek out things in the earth and say, you know what? I see how this is affecting my people. Understand that how this is hurting my brothers and my sisters. If you're not doing that, you'll get rocked to sleep. You'll never wake up. We're going to stay right in the same spot. You should be able to see, like, you know what? There is something that I'm doing that is causing hurt to Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. I see the games that they play when they put politicians in front of us. I see the games that they playing when they allow these entertainers to rock the vote or come in and, so many things that they put in front of us, only to find out you have people like P. Diddy that's been lying and stealing and cheating and robbing and all type of atrocities that he doing to people. And we support it because we look at them as being our moral and spiritual guides. We're not looking to the Bible as to what we're supposed to be doing and what we're supposed to be following. We look at, we follow the money. We follow the things that makes us feel good. We follow the things that give us instant gratification, right? Kodam, I asked you to pull a scripture for me earlier. And we want to get the true spirit of this empire and this devil that we live under. But I'm going to read this in the book of Obadiah, Bible Kushaw. Start wherever you like, if you don't mind. Because I know if you say that, I mean you got something you want to say. Come on with it, then, Cornell. You twat.
Okay, this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3.
Can y'all hear Cornell?
Come.
Got one.
Can y'all the one?
Got one concert.
Okay, who's in Charlotte out there? Kiara War. Hey, shalom, y'all. What's going on, Nakia? Okay, we'll just make sure y'all can hear us, okay? Come on with it, Kodam.
Come, this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3.
Uh-huh.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
Mm-hmm.
Though thou dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Now stop right there. So if we were to read this out, starting from the top, read the first verse again.
Come.
Read it slow, Kodam. You're reading too fast. Slow down.
Sir. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3.
Come on.
The pride of thine heart.
The pride of thy heart. What does that mean? When somebody say the pride of your heart, what is it saying?
If I may,
come on.
He's saying if you have a proud mindset, a selfish mindset.
Okay, all right. So the proud mindset and is based on what? Your intent, correct?
Come on, sir.
Okay, read on.
Come, have deceived thee.
Right. So this intent has done what? So what does it mean that proud mindset had deceived you? What does that mean?
So like I said, it made you think that you're like unstoppable or untouchable.
Right. Right. So your intent and the things that you're thinking and your actions, you think that it cannot be what? Stop. Nobody can stop you. No one can slow you down. Nobody can stand in your way, right? But that way of thinking is what? You are what? It's deceive you, correct? So that means the way that you're thinking about that, the pride that you have, oh brother, there's a day coming that you're gonna be what? Wrong. Read on, Kodon.
Come. Though thou dwellest in the clefts of the rock,
Even though you sit high, come on,
whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to
and this person has said in his mind, his way of thinking, as what is he saying in his mind? Who's gonna what? Bring you down. You sit high, you in high places, right? You look down on everybody else, and you're full of pride. Who's gonna bring me down? Now, who takes on that mindset today? Read on, Kodon.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Even though you exalt yourself as the eagle, what does this mean? What does it mean to exalt yourself?
To praise yourself.
You're to praise yourself as the eagle. Why would it use the eagle, Bible Kashaw? Why is the Bible using? Come on.
I would say because the eagle has been the symbol of the devil, and also because the eagle looks down upon its prey.
It looks down on its prey. It's a what type of bird?
A predator.
It's a what's the word I'm looking for? Come on. It's a predatorial bird. Apex predator. You understand? It looks down on this bird. It looks high. It sees your movement. And if something is seeing high, you never really pay attention. If you sit on high, you only focus on what's below you. Rarely often do you pay attention to somebody that sits higher than you. You understand? It's easy to sit high and say, yeah, I got this and this. But what you soon forget is there's always somebody that sits on top of you. Right? Read on.
Come. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down.
Now, somebody tell me when it said, though you set your nest above the stars, among the stars, the Lord said, He gonna do what?
Thence will I bring thee down.
Now, what is this verse talking about? This is how we know the Bible is real. This is how we know the priests and prophets of the Bible, when they wrote this thing, and there was something sent strictly from the Most High. Come on, I want somebody else to answer the question. Come on, Yanazar, I know you're hot, Salaki, but come on, K out of one. What is this saying?
Salaki, the part that says, though thou set thy nest above among the stars. That's talking about the oppressor, sir.
So what would be the example of him setting his nest among the stars?
Like his space station, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Them claiming them land on the moon. You know, the eagle has landed. You understand, and all them thing there, you know what I mean?
Right. Y'all give him a hand. Most High in Christ. See, the oppressor in his mind, he controls the so-called what you call them, satellites. He has the Apollo 1 through 13, right? How many Apollos that they at right now before it's going to outer space? The brother said, yeah, he sit up in skyscrapers, right? They sit on high in them big skyscrapers in New York, all over the place. But in the stars, they went to the moon. The oppressor did that. Read on, Kodon.
Verse 6, verse 5. If thieves came to thee if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Right. So this is the question. Now, why is this question being asked? Let me see if anybody catching on this. What is this saying in this question? What is being said? Come on, Kowal.
He's pretty much, lowering even the mere factor of the so-called oppressor because they're so greedy. A common thief or robber will just come in and take what they come in, grab the guns, the jewelry, get out of there.
Yeah.
The oppressor ain't good enough. He gonna take the whole damn house. Like he gonna just take till there's nothing left. And then he's just how he is. Like even a robber, like I say, he come in and get what he come in for, just get away. But not this man. This man is diabolical.
Right.
They're comparing the oppressor to a low thief or criminal, but he's worse.
Which is what, and this oppressor right here, he want to take everything. You understand? This story that you brought out goes into what I want to get into this verse, because you think about all the treaties that the oppressor made with our brothers and sisters and has kept none of them. Come on, Kowal.
And to add to that, it's like you could put it in terms of history. It's not good enough that we had to serve his slavery, the transatlantic slave trade. It's not good enough that we had to, pick cotton for him.
Right.
He lynched us, castrated us,
right,
stole our language,
right,
took our women. He overdid it. Like he just didn't, he couldn't just, oh, y'all are slaves. We understand. Okay, y'all serve y'all servitude, that would be good. Nah, he had to really strip us of everything.
And let me ask you a question. And he thinks like that. Why? Because of the pride of his heart. You know what I'm saying? In his mind, he's thinking he's never going to pay for the things he done to us. In his mind, in the oppressor's mind, you're on crack because you're just stupid. And not to mention that he flooded the ghettos with all type of heroin and dope in the 80s. Not to mention that he's setting up abortion clinic in every black neighborhood. He's the one that is pushing the Christian pastors to tell you to go vote. He's paying them to teach you a doctrine that goes against the Lord. And in his mind, he's thinking he's never going to pay for it. He's a real thief of the earth. He's the real murderer of the earth. And in his mind, he says, what? Who can bring me down? I have space stations among the stars. I have satellites, and I can talk radio all across the damn globe. And in his mind, he's thinking, I ain't never going to fall. But I would say this though. I would care to say that his day is soon approaching, because what I'm seeing from day to day, I'm seeing more brothers and more sisters changing their lives, coming and sitting down in these classes and learning the truth about the oppressor and who he is. There are stories that are coming out, articles all across the damn globe. I can't even, my damn phone get hot sometimes, Kowal. My reel be like, put your phone down. I can't. I'm always looking at some article about what the oppressor is doing in the earth and how
that's right.
The sisters, right?
Them right.
Oh, Salakia. Oh, with that, I'm gonna turn the class over to Captain of 13,000, Captain 9 Thought Bayami. Y'all clap it up.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Damn straight. I can't keep this, you know what I mean? I can't stop watching my phone. I can't stop watching YouTube. I can't stop watching the news. Knowing that what's transpiring right now is for your freedom and my freedom. And for them brothers in the ghettos, freedom. You understand? Black people, we do not understand the sorcery that has taken place on this earth against us. You understand? I was watching a video. I think Kayadwan, I think you did a video recently about the brothers and sisters on the island. They protesting against the Palestinians. Right?
Salakia, sir. It was a free Palestine march, and a particular elderly brother was, you know what I mean, was telling them to get out of here with that. You understand? Business born of Palestine. We don't know no Palestinians.
That's right. That brother ain't any truth, but boy, he had the right spirit.
Kind of one cancer.
You understand? He definitely had the right spirit. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm going on testing. You all hear me?
Concert.
Okay, good.
Cut one cut.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Come on.
I'm just there were some questions in the chat. I wasn't sure if you wanted to get to those before you went into your topic.
Yeah, come on. Let's get it.
Concept. Sister Sapphire says, Salaki, sir, if I may ask for an understanding of 1 John chapter 3, verses 20 through 21.
Okay, who wants to read? Any troopers in the house? Any troopers in the class?
Cut one cut, sir.
Come on, sir. Come on. I need that calm voice. Whoever reading, give me it loud and clear. All right, which one? What are you saying? 1 John what?
1 John.
Salaki. 3 and 21.
Count 3, verse 20. Is it 20 to 21?
Okay. Right. Come on.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 20. For if our heart condemn us, God is greater than our heart and knoweth all things.
Okay. So what does it mean if your heart condemn us? What is that speaking about?
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
If I may.
Skip up to verse 18. But go ahead, Yanisa.
It's talking about having a conscience in your behavior. Be conscious of your behavior.
Mm-hmm. Good. So let's do this. Let's skip up.
Khan. It's the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and
right. So this is a precept you pull on somebody who say what? Yes, I believe in the Bible. I mean, use this a lot on who? On Esau, who likes to say what? They're God's children. Right? Well, if you believe in the Bible, what you going to do? Read it again.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 18. My little children, let us not love in word.
No, if you believe in the Bible, you ain't gonna love in just what? Word. Meaning what? Read on.
Neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
Meaning what?
Has to be an action.
Yes, it has to be an action. You ain't gonna just say, well, yeah, I got black friends. I love black people. You understand? It has to be an action, but you're gonna have to show it. All right? And the same thing with you go to you could use this on who? These Christians. What do these Christians say? They love Jesus. They say, yeah, I mean, some of these Christian women go nigh on to saying what? Or be saying that what? Christ is my what? Husband. Right? But tonight is, I mean, what's on the menu? I got some, I mean, some shrimps, some crabs, I mean, some lobster. You understand? But Jesus is your man. Jesus gonna put you on that crab outside. You understand? Read on.
Verse 19. And hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts before him.
Right? And the truth, meaning what? This Bible. What would the truth according to this Bible? You understand? We know that we are about what? What's in this Bible. We follow everything in this Bible. We don't pick and choose like your Christians. That's why the Bible say, when you read above, it say, my little children don't love in what? In just words or in tongues. You have to believe in everything in this Bible, and you're going to have to do everything in this Bible. You have to follow Christ. Right? Read on.
Verse 20. For if our heart condemn us, God is greater than our heart and knoweth all things.
Right. Yeah, your heart. When it speaks about your heart, what is it talking about?
Synonymous with your mind, sir.
Yes. And always get into what you want to think about, what you think is right. How many of your uncles and aunts think how the living is right? How many of our aunts and uncles think that? Your father, your mother, who not sitting next to you in them seats. All of them think what? All of them think what? That they're doing everything that's right. They're going to church. You don't know Jesus, but they do. You understand? They do. You understand? For read it again. For if our heart what?
For if our heart condemn us.
Right. What you thinking? You know what I mean? You think you know the Lord. You think you know him. And how do they think they know him? When you tell them about the dietary law, what do they say? What do Christians say about the dietary law? When you try to explain the dietary law to them, what do they say? What's the first thing that comes out their mouth? Majority of times, I should say.
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
They say that Christ bless all things.
They say that too, but there's something else that every Christian run to. There's one shot in the gun. One shot and they go for that. What do they say? Yeah. Uh-huh. Come on.
That's in the Old Testament.
Yeah, but there's one shot they put in, and almost every Christian go to it. You ever hear them say, well, God knows my heart? Yeah, they say, well, you know what I mean? Well, God knows my heart. You show them where in the Bible you ain't supposed to eat pork. You show them, literally show them. And they say what? Well, God knows my heart. And you like, yeah, you know you're wicked. Right? Read on.
Verse 20. God is greater than our heart and knoweth all things.
God is what?
God is greater than our heart and knoweth all things.
What does that mean?
So I guess, sir, if I may. The Most High is wiser than us, man.
So guess what? Guess what he knows about you who eating pork? What does the Lord know?
That you're a liar and a sinner.
Yes. And that you don't like him. You don't love him. He knows you like that pig nose more than him. He knows you like that pig tail more than him. That pig knuckles. Oh, you give up the commandments for that, joker. He knows that. You understand? You will give up the longitude and latitude, the location. You understand? For a pig snout. You understand? Read on.
Verse 21. Beloved, if our heart condemn us not, then have we confidence toward God.
What does that mean now? What does that mean? So remember, your mind, he's saying your mind don't condemn you. You understand? Okay, before you eat pork, what has to happen? What takes place? What's your process?
Sluggy, so you got to go buy the pork.
Yeah, so it's a process. You think about it.
It's
You know what?
premeditated.
Yeah, you know what? Tonight, we're gonna have some pork chops and some stew pork. Can't forget the greens. You gotta get some greens. You gotta eat healthy. I mean, some broccoli and some brown rice. You understand? So you know you what? You think about it. You thought about it. You understand? Ain't nobody stick a piece to your brain and tell you, go get the shrimp. No, cook it, put it in your mouth. No, you thought about it. And you went about doing it. You jealous of your brother. So guess what you start doing? You start thinking about how you're gonna do what? How you gonna get rid of him? You understand? How you gonna take him down? You jealous of the sister. You start what? Premeditating how you gonna get rid of her. You understand? Right? But what is verse 20 saying? Not 20. What verse saying? Verse 21.
Beloved,
Mm-hmm.
if our heart condemn us not, then have we confidence toward God.
Right. As I think Yanazai was saying it. Right? Now, for you to have confidence, what needs to happen? Right? What needs to happen?
So, like I said, if I may,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have good behavior in consciousness to have good righteous behavior.
Okay,
that's the way.
You correct. So in other words, right? If you have to go do any exam, right? What needs to happen? What's your process?
Study, sir.
You have to study. Now, if you study, when you go to the exam, you're going to be what?
Prepared.
You see what right there. You're going to be what?
Confident.
Yeah, you're going to be confident. But if you ain't study, if you think you Mr. Know-It-All or Mrs. Know-It-All, and you go and sit down in the exam, guess what? And you open that paper, that first page, and start to read, you're going to be like, oh, S-H-I-T. You wouldn't have confidence. You understand? And how do you have confidence towards the Lord? Read on.
Verse 22. And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments.
How do you have confidence towards the Lord?
Because we keep his commandments.
That's how you have confidence. That's why when we go out on the street, brother, we don't lose. We confident. We do this day in and day out. You want to know why them preachers can't come and stand up on the corner and dispute what you're saying? Because they're not confident. Why? Because they're not doing what the Lord said to do according to the Bible. They don't believe in the truth. They don't. Read on.
Verse 22. And do those things that are pleasing in his sight.
That's it. That's as Janice I said. That's how you have a good conscience. You understand? You have to do the Lord's commandment. You got to do everything. That's why you know what it's like? It's like you ever been in a situation where you just started coming into the truth, but you have friends who you're still hanging with, but they doing drugs. Smoking marijuana. You understand? Getting high. And you are wrong them, but you're not doing it. How do they feel? How do they feel?
Like you betrayed.
Go on, brother.
Go ahead.
As if you betrayed them or you changed.
Yeah. And now they don't want you what? They want to hang with you. Okay, I don't know what it's going to say.
So like you, sir, them start resent you. I like what you say, sir. Them no want, you know what I mean? Them stop deal with you.
Yeah, they stop deal with you. You understand? They stop deal with you. They feel a type of way when you're around them. Why? You know what this is like? That's like what's a good story in this Bible to really explain this last one? This last verse. Read that verse 22 again.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 22. And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments and do those things that are pleasing in his sight.
That's a good one. What's a good? There's so many examples I would say, but I want to see if you're gonna hit the one I'm thinking about. Remember, go to I think Genesis. I think it's 4. Go to Genesis 4. All right, where it speaks about Cain
and Abel.
Yeah.
If it the Lord, if the sacrifice, the different sacrifice that that Cain and Abel had.
Yes. So now you see okay. This is like literal. Now, according to Abel, Cain killed Abel, right? Yes. So Abel, in his mind, what he thought. Let me see. Hold on. Sister Sapphire. In Abel's mind, what did Abel thought? Or any brother or sister. What did Abel think in his mind? Come on.
So like I said, he thought about obeying God. He thought to obey God.
Yes. Okay. Now Cain. What was in Cain's mind?
He thought about himself. Like he thought he was right.
No, yes. Now you get into the Yahanna. He thought he was what?
Right, correct.
Yes. He thought what? That okay, well, he said sacrifice, so I'm sacrificing my best. I'm a farmer, right? Well, I'm gonna give him my best crop. Did the Lord ask for your crop? No, he didn't ask for your crop. You understand? Like in your mind, right? What did it say in the verse about your mind? In 20, I think it's in 20. Read that verse one more time.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 20. For if our heart condemn us, God is greater than our heart.
You understand? Cain's heart did what? Condemn him. You understand? It condemned him. Because in his heart, in his mind, he thought, well, what? Well, the Lord, he gonna have to accept this. Right? Let's read it. Start from verse 3. No, start from 2.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 2. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. Verse 3. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord.
Right? So in Cain's mind, this is him doing what? This is right. You understand? This was right. I'm offering this to the Lord. Right? I ain't offering this to Adam or Eve or even Abel. I'm offering this fruit of the ground to the Lord. Read on.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 4. And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
All right, so Abel didn't go off of what he thought the Lord wanted. He went off of what the Lord commanded him to do. Abel was following the Lord's commandment. He was confident with what he was doing because that's what the Lord asked for. Read on.
Verse 5. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect.
He had no respect for it. None whatsoever for Cain. Why? Because Cain is one of them who would just do what? Who would just give you whatever he feel like giving you. Read on.
Verse 5. And Cain was very wroth,
and
his countenance fell.
Right? Meaning when it say he was wroth, what does that mean?
He was angry, sir.
And his confidence fell. What that mean? Confidence.
He looked angry.
It's like he was pouting. He was walking around moping and pouting.
I'll take that, Yanaza. You know what I mean? He basically was looking what? Sad. Just angry. Sad. Right? Read on. Come on.
Salakia, sir, I have the actual definition of countenance.
Come on.
The Merriam-Webster definition of countenance. Look or expression.
Right? Yes. So his expression, his look, it fell. And you could have seen that he was what? You can see he was angry. You understand? Read on.
Verse 7. If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted?
No. Read verse 6. Don't skip verse 6.
Salakia. Verse 6. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth?
Yeah,
and
so why you angry? What's the issue? Why you angry? Read on.
And why is thy countenance fallen?
Why you moping around? What's the issue? Read on.
Verse 7. If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted?
Right. If thou doest well, meaning what? If you do what I commanded you to do, you don't think you'll be accepted? Read on.
Verse 7. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
And that's it. Now you understand. Like you going based off of your what? You going based off of your what? What it say? What it said in verse 20 in 1 John 3 and 20. What did it say? You stick with me. Stick with me. The Rash. Somebody else. You have another trooper who could get a 1 John. Right. Read that part one more time while somebody gave from the Rash.
Like, sir.
You
talking about 1 John where it says, for if our heart condemn us,
yes,
the Most High is greater than our heart. He knoweth all things.
Yes, that part right there. Right. The Rash. Read this one over again. Genesis 4 and 7.
Khan. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 7. If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Yeah. You leaning on your own thoughts. Guess what lying at your door? What's right at that door?
Sin.
Read that part. The Rash. Sin lieth at the door.
Sin lieth at the door.
You understand? You leaning on your own thought. Sin is lying right at that door for you. You understand? Laying right there, right at that door. The Bible tells you what? Don't sit with another man's woman. Don't do it. Meaning what? Don't be out there casual. You mean taking a man, woman to what? To dinner, to lunch. Nothing like that. Don't do it. But in your mind, it's like, nah, this is, you know what I mean? We're going to talk business. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And you going into your head, you don't decide, you know, I'm not on this. Negro. Sin line is waiting right there for you. Why do you think these pastors been, you know what I mean, running amok on these sisters who married in the church? Because in their mind, they're doing what? What do they say in their mind before the intercourse? Cool.
You said what the sister say in their mind for intercourse?
No. The pastor. What does he say before the whole action of him sleeping with the woman, with sister? Patrice or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
What's in that pastor mind before?
Well, lust conceived before, but he thinks nobody's gonna know.
Okay, maybe I'm not explaining it properly, but go ahead. Let me see. Mm-hmm.
So like he thinking that maybe he's thinking that God loves the sinner. I mean the sin, and he hates the sin, but not the sinner.
We fall down, but we get up.
No. Okay. No. Meaning this. Okay. The pastor, he is basically okay. Meaning, okay, this woman, she's having marital issues, right? So she goes to the pastor. The pastor is actually thinking he's going to do what?
He thinks he's going to heal her, fix her.
Yes, fix the relationship.
He thinks he's going to fix it, but
he's going to end up doing what?
He's going to end up sleeping with her, ruining it.
Yes.
Sinning God.
Yes. Because he doesn't understand what it takes. He's not even fix himself. He needs to fix himself, but he trying to fix some woman. When he teaching them to eat pork, he teaching them to break God's law. You understand? Well, guess what? That's the sin line right at your door. You think you know what it takes. You understand? To teach people about this Bible. You think that. You think you know how to mend a relationship when you go and fracture it more. And then after you sleep with the woman, you're going to send her back to her husband. And now he had to raise your child, thinking it's his own. No. Read on.
Verse 7. And unto thee shall be his desire.
Unto thee shall be his what?
Be his desire.
Yeah, that's where the lust come in. You understand? Now you're saying, I don't know what happened. Now you wake up and you're feeling dirty after you done do it. Because why? Because sin leading you. You understand? Because that cigarette is your master. That weed is your master. That cocaine, that powder run your life. That needle run your life. That pipe run your life. Read.
Verse 7. And thou shalt rule over him.
What does that mean?
So like I said,
meaning
that he'll be ruling over the sin that he does in his life. He'll be ruling over sin. He'll be living in sin.
Who's the he will be ruling over his sin?
Well, the sin is going to be ruling over him. Over Cain, right?
Yeah, but that's the last part. Thou shalt rule over him. What is that talking about?
Salak at on.
Uh-huh.
That's talking about the sin ruling over Cain.
Yes. So now, guess what? You live for Christ in here, right? But guess what? You have a brother in the world. You tell him put that marijuana down and come to class. What he gonna choose? Or what they've been choosing?
Right.
What they've been choosing it? That blunt. Uh-huh.
Said it, sir.
Yeah, they be choosing that blunt. So guess what? Guess what runs his life? A blunt. A box of what's them cigarette? Give me a cigarette name. Newport or menthol, whatever. Now that rule in your life. Now you had to choose between going to class and smoking a pack of menthol. It's a easy chooser. Menthol or Newports. You understand? Right? Like that sin is ruling over here. You ever hear the saying, don't you know what I mean? Don't let the box rule over here.
Kind of what I say.
Yeah. You understand? But that's it. Now you sleeping with everything that you know what I mean, that breathing and walking. Why? Because then light right at your door. And you know what I mean, you are gladly opening that door. And if AIDS following, syphilis following, well, you know what I mean, how to say it? You're gonna have some casualties at war. So ain't no problem. You just go to the doctor, get that fixed. Because you're a sinner.
So like, sir.
Come on.
They say I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that too.
So like it, sir.
Uh-huh.
But don't they say what they say, YOLO? YOLO, you only live once?
Yeah, that's exactly what I.S.U.P.K saying. That's exactly the same thing, just that, you know what I mean, different, maybe cultures say it differently. You understand? The same exact thing. Read verse 8.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. Came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
Okay, so now why did Cain slew Abel?
Salaki, sir. The jealousy.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take that. That's it. Jealousy. You understand? Why? Because the Lord what? The Lord what?
Salaki. They accepted Abel's.
Yes. The Lord was pleased with Abel. And you see why this bastard has the mark of Cain? Because he knows the Lord chose who? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He knows it. You understand? But he is jealous. He's jealous so much he will spend years in a lab coming up with what? What does he come up with just to try to match these athletic brothers?
Steroids.
Yes. Spend years in lab trying to come up with steroids to try and to look like you, just to compete with you.
And it's
like
like
he's jealous. Come on.
If I may, they even invent new sports. They try to bring new sports online that are dominated by Edomites. You understand? Like lacrosse and some of these other sports. They want to promote these sports because they're controlled, and mainly, you know, most of them are Edomites.
Yes. Brother, there's one right now. I don't know if somebody could find it online, but there's a sport where they put a wooden stick with a toy horse head on, and they're riding it like It's a horse. I'm not doing it justice. If somebody could find, let me see if I could find that joker.
Hey, Salaki, I don't want. I got a precept.
Come on, go ahead.
Salaki Kowal said it's called hobby horsing. Hobby horsing.
What?
Hobby horsing.
Hobby horsing. Oh, Batazal, okay. He might be looking at this and saying, yo.
Salaki, sir, I got a precept though. Matthews 10:36. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Like that's in reference to why Cain killed Abel, because it's the same way that Cain hated Abel is the same way that the Christian church and Apostle Komatazi and so on and so forth hate us. Is because we serve the Lord.
Yeah, you're right, brother. You're right. Come on, Kawar. Hey, hold on. Let me see if I just get it to a snippet here. Yeah, because people gonna think we lying, but we ain't. You know what I mean? Brother.
Let's go with the music, Cap.
Brother, which nigger is going to do that? I better not see any. I'll slap that horse out of Salakia. I ain't gonna do that. But brother, that come on.
Back in the 60s, when I was a little boy, we used to have this, it used to be this just like that, a stick with a horse head on it. And we used to play, I'm talking about like 4 or 5 years old. We used to play horsey and run around just like that. Like 5, 6, 4 years old, we used to do that back in the 60s.
Yes.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
I did a TikTok video a while ago where the oppressor is called the Human Sheep Contest in France. And they are dressed like sheep and banned the whole entire time to see who can bat and look like a sheep the best.
What they call it? Human what?
The Human Sheep. It's like the Human Sheep Contest in France.
Brother, I'll tell you, it's ridiculous. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, we have 12 seconds. This is ridiculous. And now they're ruling over us, right? I have something to bring out too, because it's from Jamaica also too. I don't know if K1 saw the video as yet, but I'm gonna play it after this. If we don't have no more questions. All right. But brother, these are the people who actually ruling over us. I cannot believe it. This is how, when I see Biden on that podium, this is how I'm going to picture him from now on. And Trump. I'm so serious.
Cap, look at the black sheep. Cap, look at the black sheep.
Yo, you gonna get me kicked off on YouTube, man. Yo, get me bad. Enough of that. You'll get me bad. Yeah, and they're ruling over us. You understand? right? That's how bad it is. Right now, any more questions? I hope this is good with that. Any more
there was another question. Come on. Sister Shauna Ray asks, Salaki Adawan, can you explain the concept of heaven and hell? And also, can I get a breakdown on Luke chapter 16, verses 24 through 28 as it relates to hell, Baba Kusha?
Okay. Now, okay. Tim, give me the scripture. Luke what?
16, sir. I think it started verse 24.
24. This sound like the one with
with
Lazarus, right?
This is the book of Luke, chapter 16, and verse 24.
Okay, first before you get it, right? Before you get it, right? The Rash, you hold that, right? Luke 16 and 24, right? Look up if there's anything such as heaven and hell in the Bible, and see what it say. Just online. All right. Now, while they're doing that, I'm gonna break it down, right? So we know that according to the Bible, heaven and hell is a what?
Condition on earth.
Yes, is a condition on earth. You understand? It's a condition, right? The Catholic Church, why did the Catholic Church came up with that concept?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Well, in its totality, it could be used to control the people.
That's I'll take that and leave it. You can leave it broad like that. That's it, to control people. Come on.
So I found an article from Time Magazine that answers the question you asked about if you ask, does the Bible mention heaven and hell?
Go ahead. What does it say?
This is from Time Magazine. This is what Jesus really said about heaven and hell. I'm just gonna scroll down. It says, Shalakia. This is 2 paragraphs. There are over 2 billion Christians in the world, the vast majority of whom believe in heaven and hell. You die and your soul goes either to everlasting bliss or torment or purgatory en route. This is true even in the land of increasing nuns. Americans continue to anticipate a version of the alternatives portrayed in The Good Place, regardless of religious persuasion. 72% believe in a literal hell, 58% in a literal heaven, 58% in a literal hell. Here goes. It says the vast majority of these people naturally assume this is what Jesus himself taught, but that is not true. Neither Jesus nor the Hebrew Bible he interpreted endorsed the view that departed souls go to paradise or everlasting pain.
You understand? So simply, that whole concept of heaven and hell was what?
Manufactured.
Yes. I'll take that word. It was manufactured. It was just made up. You understand? Those are what you call what? Myth. You understand? It's not real. It's not true. When you die, your soul go back to the Lord. Give me Psalms. Is it 104 and 28?
Should I say? Also, I think that hell concept came from Dante's Inferno and those poems, those stories he was writing.
Yes. That's where you get the purgatory. You understand? With that 33 levels. All right. Who got what I asked for? What did I ask for? Oh, Psalms 104. I think on 28, right?
Psalms
104 and 28.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 28. That thou givest them, they gather. thou openest thine hand. They are filled with good.
They are what?
They are filled with good.
Read on. I think it's then skip to 29.
Nawakan. Verse 29. Thou hidest thy face.
This is it. Thou hidest thy face, meaning the Lord does what? He's doing what? If he hide in his face. Come on.
They are troubled.
No, hold on. What does it mean by he hideth the face? He hideth his face.
So like, so he's dying.
So like the one.
You gotta explain it a little more when they say it like that. Come on.
So, him hiding his face, he's ashamed, not ashamed, but disappointed, so to speak.
Okay, read the next part after hideth his face.
Verse 29. They are troubled.
They are what?
They are troubled.
So now he hide his face. Now you're in trouble. What does that mean now? Now you should get it.
Salaki, I don't want.
Come on.
He's disappointed.
Okay, not okay. So like, if I may, sir.
Come on.
You're not protected.
That's it. Simply, that's it. You understand? If he hide his face, he's not what? He's not looking to see when what come to you.
Danger, sir.
Yes, because for you to be in trouble, that means what? Danger is right there up on you. And now he does this. He's not looking. Yeah, come on.
That's a great example. I was always taught, like, like a lifeguard. You in the pool drowning, he just turned his back, like, you see you.
Yeah.
Like you swallowing water. He just turned his back and just walk away.
Yes, that's it. Now you're in trouble because you can't what? You can't swim. You know what I mean? Ain't no flotation device in the water for you. You in trouble and you fitting to go under. Now read on.
Verse 29. Thou takest away their breath.
Now you're what? You actually what? Passed away.
Okay.
You understand? Now you're gone. You died. Let's see if you're going to meet them. Well, how much them how much virgins? 70 virgins. Let's see if you're going to meet Peter at the gate. Read on.
They die and return to their dust.
They die and what?
And return to their dust.
Meaning what? When you die, you return to the dust. Meaning what? Who's the sister that asked the question? Taba one?
Sister Shauna Ray.
Yeah.
And
so
Eastern Carolina.
When they die and return to dust, what does that mean when you return to the dust?
So like it, sir. That means your spirit is separated from your physical body.
Nah, don't make it simpler than that. You return to the dust. Meaning what?
You dead.
Make it simpler than that. Meaning what?
So like, you go back into the ground.
Yeah, that's it. Simple. You remember, we bury. We don't do what? We don't burn. So you go what? Into the ground. You understand? You go back into the ground. Right? Read on.
Verse 30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit.
So now you die, but now the Lord doing what? What he doing?
Sendest forth thy spirit.
He sendeth forth your spirit. Read on.
They are created.
They are what?
They are created.
Read on.
And thou renewest the face of the earth.
And you renewest the face of it, meaning what? You come back into the earth.
So like the other one.
Come on.
So when it says thou art created, that's when you've been judged, and now he's creating your next life, and then you come back into the earth. Am I correct?
Okay, not been judged. Where's judgment?
On earth.
Yes.
But so he's created a new body.
Yes, that's it. Just get a new body.
That one kind.
You know what I mean? But you coming right back on this earth to face your what? Your judgment. You understand? Some of these oppressors think they could run from the Lord by doing what?
So like I said,
Mm-hmm.
by dying.
Give me a word. Not just they don't just die. It's the process of dying, but it's how to die. Come on.
He said, they geez, suicide.
That's it. The simply yeah, it's dying, but it's suicide. That's them trying to do what? Run. That's why. What did the Bible say about where you're gonna get them when Christ return? Where you'll have to go.
So like I said, inside the holes of the rock.
Yes, because they're going to try to run and hide. And their way of hiding, their way of not living like you right now is they just off the set. They just commit suicide. You know what I mean? They have to live one day in this life as you. Oh, hell no. You understand? That woman, that wife, and them children, or they're going to paradise too. You understand?
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I had another precept about.
Go ahead.
It's in Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was.
Yes.
Spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it.
That's it. Right? So now your spirit returned to the Most High, and now he send it back and renew the earth. You understand? Right? Now go to the scripture now with that the sister wants broken down.
Right. This is the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 24. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me and send Lazarus.
So this is a parable about what? This is a parable about what? About the rich man and who? And Lazarus.
Okay.
Right? This is a parable. This is not what?
So like I said, real.
Yeah, this is not real. This is a parable. So in other words, there is something that's being thought right now. You understand? Read.
Father Abraham, have mercy on me and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue. For I am tormented in this flame.
I'm tormented in this what?
This flame.
Right. So he is painting a picture for you that he's in what?
He's in hell, sir.
Yeah, he's in hell. You understand? And he's telling Abraham to do what? Just let Lazarus what? Just put a tip. I mean, that finger with water in my mouth, on my tongue to cool it down. You understand? And now, this is so self-explanatory without the Christian church, but because of the Christian church, verses like this is very hard to explain. Why? Because now the Christian church done put a spookiness on the Bible. You understand? Right. They done put this spookiness on the Bible. So now you sit down and watch, tons of movies on with people going to hell, or hear stories about people going to hell. Right. When those things are what? Stories. It's not real. Right. But you reading about a parable about a rich man and what? Lazarus. Lazarus was a what? Poor man. Yes. And it's trying to show you how poor man, how the rich man treated what? A poor man. And now a poor man is doing what?
Suffering.
not suffering. The poor man ain't suffering right now. Who's
Salaki.
suffering right now? Uh-huh.
The rich man is suffering now.
Yeah, yes, the rich man is suffering right now. You understand? He is trying to show you that what? There's gonna come a time when these rich bastards is going to what? Beg you poor brothers for what? For some crumbs. And be thankful that you give them it. You understand? Right? Now, that tip okay. And to explain this good also too, what you're gonna have to do is these are questions you should ask, right? Now, if they're in hell, that means my soul, which departed from my body, feels something, right? They must feel some pain, right? So now, since that's the case, right? Then this is what to do. Hold your hand out and let me scratch a match. And tell me what's going to happen. Tell me if your soul feeling it or that body feeling it. You understand? Your spirit, when your spirit goes back to the Most High, or when you die and your spirit leave, your spirit ain't doing what? Ain't feeling nothing. Your spirit don't feel nothing. What feels everything is your body. And where does your body feels everything?
So like it's in your mind.
No.
So like on earth.
Yes, on earth. That's where your body feels everything. I'm hungry on earth, Ark. When you die, does a dead man eat? You understand? If that is the case, then guess what? The cookies I leave on the counter for my dead daddy, he should come and eat it. But guess what? He don't come and eat it. Guess who eating it? Mommy. Or my little brother. Or my sister. You remember that story about when I think it's Daniel, when the people was trying to the pagan priest was trying to trick the people and telling them to bring the food. And Daniel found out that what? That them bastards who call themselves priests in the temple was doing what? They were eating the food.
Okay.
But now you have them making up some story that what? When you die, you go to hell. And now, guess what? You live your whole life doing what? This is to have you subservient to who?
Your oppressor, sir.
Your oppressor. So now I know he put me in captivity. I know he ain't supposed to do that. But Lord, I had to be good, or else when I die, I'm gonna go to hell. I had to love him. You understand the type of pressure you had to be under, Ark? And these bastards living the life, they're living it up. But guess what? You the one had to have that conscience, because guess what? You might go to hell. You know what this is going to do for brothers and sisters if they realize there ain't no heaven and hell. Guess what? You coming back right here to do it all over again. That is going to change your life. You know what it is to grow up in the ghetto, hungry as can be, and know that if you do not change your life, you are going to repeat that process all over again, and it could be worse. Or you're gonna put on all black, Ark. Or you're gonna put on a dress. You're gonna wrap that head up. You're gonna come in here and you're gonna learn how to serve the Lord, so He could stop that cycle from happening. You understand? Right? Read on.
Verse 25. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things.
Why? Because poor people had to go through what? Hell in this place. Rich people, brother. What's his name? You ever hear the story with what's the rapper name? What's his name? Lil Wayne. You ever hear the story he gave when he went across to Saudi Arabia and he was getting problems with custom? And then some rich Saudi Arabian, because of his how to put it, misunderstanding at the airport, sent him whatever car he wished, free of charge, to his doorstep. Rich people are treated very well in this place, but poor people, oh, and that's so heavy because they make poverty, make us being poor look as if it's a crime to be poor. You ever hear them say, yeah, I mean, if you poor and if you don't have money, then you shouldn't be looking forward to having a woman.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
And when I hear that, Salaki, that stupid statement, I asked him. I say, well, Christ was poor. He depended on his brothers. So a lot of women use that. A lot of people use that to say like, oh, your woman don't listen to you because you broke, or you don't got no power because you don't got no money. But we had to listen to Christ, and he was a poor man.
Yeah.
Salaki.
You're right. And that's the evil thing they do to poor people. And now looking at the story as heaven and hell, right? As hell, now you lose the whole concept of the story. You lose it. You done lost it. So now guess what? The rich man, you ain't looking at the rich man. You understand? You don't understand what's going on with the poor man. But somehow in there, I mean, heaven and hell get thrown in. You understand what I'm saying? Now read on.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 25. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented.
Yes. Because the Lord is going to do what? He is going to flip it on them. You live rich in this place, wealthy in this place, and you never help your people. Ain't no sweat when Christ return and you come back in here. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna have to take my horse doo-doo out the barn. You understand? So somebody gonna have to, you know what I mean, take care of them animals on the farm. Somebody got to do it. Read on.
Verse 26. And beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed.
What does that mean?
There's a great divide.
Yes, there's a great divide between who?
The rich and the poor.
Yes, this has nothing to do with what?
Righteous and unrighteous.
No,
Like a heaven and hell.
Yes, it's nothing to do with no heaven and hell. A place where you go when you die. This is proof hell is a what?
Condition.
This is more proof that hell is a condition, not a place where you go after you die. It's a condition on this earth. That's why there's a big gulf in between us. Read on.
Salakia. Verse 26. So that they which would pass from hence to you cannot.
You understand? Read on.
Neither can they pass to us that would come from thence.
All right. So he basically explaining this whole Luke from Luke 19, right? Read Luke 19, and it's going to explain, you know what I mean, what we just said. Read verse 19.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 19. Verse 19, Slakia. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple.
Oh boy. Read on.
And fine linen. And fared sumptuously every day.
He had something to see every day. Meaning what? He was enjoying life. He was getting the best food, was going to the best places. You understand? He was enjoying life. Read on.
Verse 20. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate.
Right? And Lazarus, what? Laid at his gate. Read on.
Full of sores.
Full of what?
Sores.
Sores. Meaning what? Remember, this is what? Is this literal?
Sir.
Right? So full of sores meaning what?
He's suffering.
Yeah, he's suffering. You understand? He is suffering. He's full of sores. And to be full of sores, you are in what? Pain. You understand? You get one little cut and you had to clean that with some rubbing alcohol. Oh boy, you in hell. So you can imagine you full of sores. You understand? Right? You are oppressed in this place. Read on.
Verse 21. And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
You understand? He wants what? He just wanted crumbs from the rich man's table. But guess what's happening? What happened? Moreover, what? What came?
Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
Who is the dogs? Just now, don't answer. Was his sister that asked the question?
Shantaray, sir.
Shantaray. Who are the dogs? Who's the dogs? You understand? And that's basically what they do. These rich men do. They expect what? The dogs to lick our sores. You remember Katrina? Remember Hurricane Katrina? Who they wanted to go and help black people down there? Who was crying? Come on.
They wanted other poor black people to go help them.
No. Remember Hurricane Katrina? They wanted the come on
inmates.
The military.
Which is go ahead, Yarmak.
The government, sir.
Yes, they wanted the government. They thought the government wasn't doing enough. But guess who had the resources? The Christian church. All your mega pastors, they had what? They had planes. Jay-Z and them had planes. They had enough resources to go what? Put them people on jets or put them people on boats and what? Bring them up. But instead they want what? Read that part again. They wanted what? Moreover,
the dogs came and licked his sores.
So now, guess what? The dogs licking your sores is what? Is them who? Who are these dogs? Who's the dogs?
So like yes, sir, the other nations, sir, the heathens.
Yes, the heathens. You understand? And you know what I mean? And they use, you know what I mean, the Bible calls these, you know what I mean, these heathens, you know what I mean, dogs. And they what? Lick his sores. Why they say the dog also to lick his sores? Because dogs are known to have what? Their saliva is known to what?
Healing agents.
Yes. Right? So these dogs are doing what? They just licking his sores. They just what? Are they fixing his sores? No, they just soothing your pain. They're soothing it and fixing it. And read on.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 22. And it came to pass that the beggar died.
Mm-hmm.
And was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom.
And how you know this is just a story? Or I should say a parable, not a story, but a parable.
So like it, sir.
Uh-huh.
Because the angel doesn't physically take a body into heaven. Or
No, come on.
Because Abraham was gone.
What you mean?
Abraham was dead.
You sure Abraham was dead? Because Christ said it out his mouth. God is not the God of the dead. He's the God of the what?
The living.
Living. He's using Abraham here. You understand? Because Abraham, for you to be an Israelite, you have to come from who? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You understand? That's why when Christ went on the mountain, who did the disciples see? You remember that?
Yes, Moses.
Mm-hmm.
Moses and Isaiah.
Isaiah. Sure. Right? And the Lord, God said to do what? Don't look at them. Look at him. He's my son. You understand? Right? And there's proof also to that, you know what I mean? All of this is just a parable. Right? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they're here. You understand? If they're dead, then we read in the book of the dead. You understand? Read on.
Verse 23. And in hell, he lift up his eyes.
Now, hold on. No. After you read from the Abraham bosom, the rich man, what?
Oh, Salakia. The rich man also died and was buried.
Right. Now read on.
Verse 23. And in hell he lift up his eyes.
I know these are questions you can ask the person. So you're telling me, okay, if there's heaven and hell, right? So you're telling me the rich man wants Lazarus to come down from heaven, down to hell, to put some water in his mouth? Ask a Christian now. He gonna be like, but that heaven and hell is real. No. Let's answer that question. You saying that he's asking for Lazarus to leave from heaven. But if Lazarus leave from heaven and come to hell, he ain't gonna need water too? Because it's hot down there? It don't make sense. It don't add up. Because heaven and hell is a myth. You understand?
So
come on.
If I may, it's even crazier because if we just went with the notion that heaven and hell is real, then good night. A lot of people living their life as if they don't care if they go into hell or not.
Yeah. And if heaven and hell is real, why when they're dying, why don't they just float off to paradise? Don't say, you know what? I want none of these drugs. I want no chemo. I want none of that. I want to go to heaven.
So like I said,
come on.
If I could, just what you're saying is so heavy, is to piggyback on what Overseer Mark said too. Like a lot of the people that believe in that concept is really like fickle Christian nonsense because you know what I'm saying? You'll have people who cousin murdered everybody in the neighborhood. And then as soon as they die, they make a poster and a T-shirt with angel wings in clouds and be like, he's in a better place now. Like apparently nobody goes to hell ever. Salakia.
Yes.
Salakia, if I may, sir.
Come on.
It's heaven and hell were real. You know, you have Klansmen that thought that burning crosses and black houses in front of their homes was a very Christian thing to do, and they thought they was going to heaven by saying that we were trash. So I guess we're gonna be in heaven with the Klansmen as well, huh?
Yeah. You know what I mean? I wonder who will be doing what in heaven according to, if this is some, you know what I mean, somehow about heaven and hell. You're right. Then guess what? When oppressors die and go to heaven, waiting they're gonna be doing with black people in heaven. Think they'll be what? Jumping for joy? Non-Negro.
They're gonna be organizing a concert, sir.
Yeah, you will be in heaven with them, serving them again. Right. That doesn't make sense. You understand? You can't want to go the same place your oppressor go. There's a Indian, I forget the native Indian, you know what I mean, who said it. But he said if the oppressor goes to heaven, he doesn't want to go there. He wants to go to hell. You understand? It's just, you know what I mean, all those things are just, you know what I mean, made up. Right? Just read on a little more again.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 23. Being in torments, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom.
And Lazarus where?
And Lazarus in his bosom.
And Lazarus in his bosom. So the rich man, he where? He afar off. Right? So according to the Christian, he is where?
He's in heaven.
No. According to the Christian, the rich man is where?
It's like in hell. So like,
yeah, he in hell. Right? So he afar off and he see what? Lazarus in the bosom of Abraham. Meaning Lazarus where? He where? In heaven. Read on.
Verse 24. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water.
So you want Lazarus to come down in hell? I would ask him that. So is he asking for Lazarus to leave heaven and come down in hell? It sounds stupid, and it is stupid. That sounds like something you would tell a child. And the child, because he can't formulate things good as yet in his head, he's going to be like, that sounds right. That sounds good. Negro, go pick the Bible up and read it for yourself and see. Pick it up and read it for yourself and see. Now, if this is hell, right, then what we read in Psalms, that means the Bible is doing what right now? If this is hell, it's what? What would the Bible be doing according to man? So, come on.
Would it be a contradiction?
Yeah, it's a contradiction. It will be a contradiction. You understand? It will. When the Bible don't contradict itself, man contradict himself. You understand? A man that's trying to push an agenda, he will be the one to come up with heaven and hell. So guess what? If you behave this way, you're going to go to hell. If you behave this way, you're going to go to heaven. Right? Then based off of that concept, this oppressor, they all should be going where? To hell. Based on the concept. Understand? But no. That is not the case. All right? Heaven and hell is a condition on this earth. That's right. All right. What's the sister name? Shantaray. Was that good? Or you still need some more help understanding it? If so, just type it in. Come on.
It's like I was gonna say, even just with the concept of heaven, like in the Bible, the heaven is used in 3 different contexts. One would be obviously a condition. 2 would be like the sky, the stars, and 3 the heaven which that the Lord dwells in. So if there's context with heaven, and
That's right.
has to be context with hell. So like
that's correct. That's yeah, I mean that is correct what you just said there. You know what I mean? But they could only learn that in here. A Christian church, you know what I mean, they ain't gonna learn that. You know what I mean? All right. Come on. All right. Any more questions?
Salagi, sir. Another question just popped up. From Antho-Arabian Harmon Sr. Salagi, sir. He said, beloved brother, I need your understanding of Isaiah chapter 56, verses 1 through 8.
What's his name?
Antho-Arabian Harmon Sr. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly.
Ask him what okay, brother, what exactly what is given you? You know what I mean?
It's like Antho-Arabian Harmon Sr. If you could just hone in on your question a little bit, what exactly is what aspect of that scripture are you confused about, or do you need a general breakdown?
Salakia Tabuan. Just if you could just type it in the chat for me, Baba Kasha, to the brother. Put an ad beside it.
He said all, so
all. I don't know if he had time to do all.
So like there was another question as well.
Okay, where's the other one? If I don't have time to do all of it right now, I'll try and do it at the beginning of next class, right? Where's the other question? Is the other question short?
I believe it will be, sir. But she said, Salaki Adawan, and if you have time, can I also get a breakdown on 1 Corinthians 7 and 1 through 3 in relation to polygamy, Baba Kashad?
1 Corinthians what?
7 and verse 1 through 3.
Okay, somebody get and read that. How much verses is that?
Just 3 verses, sir.
Okay, come on.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Verse 2. Nevertheless, to avoid...
Right, so what is that saying? Brother, when I just met you all, brother, praying for this, but you know what I mean? The Lord, you know what I mean, know what how time says. Where's that saying? Come on. K1.
Salakia, sir. You know what I mean? Because Paul himself didn't have a wife, sir. So, you know what I mean? Paul was basically saying it is good not to have a wife because now you get to focus on the truth. You understand?
Yes. Well, okay, that's what he is implying, right? Because he is saying what? Now concerning the things whereof you wrote unto me, it's good for a man not to what? Touch a woman. Why? Because as you're saying, now he touched a woman. What comes with that now?
Salakia, sir. Responsibility.
Yeah, that's it. That is it. I'll take that. Responsibilities come with it. You understand? Now, that's your problem. You understand? You go touch some woman and then sister, call Cap if you have any issues. Nah, I didn't touch her. You touch her. That's your issues. You understand? Now she crying to you and telling you such and such is the case. Now you're gonna have to deal with it, brother. Well, Paul is saying what? He rather what? Be like him, basically, and not what? Touch a woman. But read on.
Verse 2. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication.
To avoid what?
Fornication.
To avoid unlawful sex.
Okay.
All right. To avoid it. All right. Read on, because you hot in your pants. You understand? You going you before you ask the sister if she has a man, you just want to do what? You want to have relations.
And Salaki, sir.
Come on.
That's heavy too. In modern day times, you hear brother will say that they'd rather have sex with a married woman because they'll send that married woman home back to that man so he can deal with her problem, so he don't have to.
Yeah. Brother, I tell you, I had one so bad. I was like, boy, I want to look for that dude. I had a story where the sister, she is pregnant and is going to get into the work early as can be. And there's this other brother on the job that is having relations with her. You understand? That's nasty. That's fornication. You understand? Go get your own woman. You understand? And Paul is here. He's trying to tell you what? To avoid doing something so heinous like this, where the Lord will jam me up for it. You understand? Do what? Read on.
Sir. Let every man have his own wife.
Let every man have his what?
His own wife.
Don't look at my wife because she's pregnant and then want to go do that act. Go get your own. Go get your own. You understand? You so horny in your pants, you wanna, I mean, anything that move past you, you want. Read on.
And let every woman have her own husband.
And let every woman have her what?
Own husband.
Read on.
Verse 3. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence.
Mm-hmm.
And likewise also the wife unto the husband.
Right. Now, the question is actually where? In verse what?
Well, she said 1 through 3, but I think it's part 2.
Part 2?
I think it'll be verse 2 is where her question might
be. Okay, sis, where is your question exactly? Part 1, verse 2 or verse 3? All right. Any more questions? I'm gonna come back to that brother question. Okay, you were right. Yermak, right? Read verse 2. And what's the question? What's the question she has about verse 2? Says, what's the question about verse 2?
So, like, so if I may, she did mention polygamy, so that's why I said it's probably verse 2 because of the let every man have his own wife.
Okay. Salakia. Out that will in a minute, so Salakia, brother. I had a, you know what I mean? I need to ask these questions to see where the mind is, but I, you know what I mean? Now I understand. All right. So, give me the verse where Christ said to forgive your brother.
So like in Matthew chapter 18, verse 21.
Go ahead and read it for me.
Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times. Verse 22. And Yahweh saith unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
Okay. I want with Christ and said it out his mouth to forgive your brother. Y'all have it for me? So I'm gonna get it here quick.
Slakia, sir, I got it.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 3.
That's it.
Take heed to yourselves. If thy brother trespass against thee, rebuke him. And if he repent, forgive him.
Okay, now sis. So sis, what does that mean? Because I think we getting caught up with what? With the what I call that in English? Tab 1. Not past, but the singular and what? Plural. Right? We getting mixed up with that, with the singular and the plurals. Right? Specifically, typing. How much brothers Christ talking about? 1 brother, 2 brothers, 3 brothers, 4 brothers. How many brothers Christ talking about? If 2 brothers offend me, what should I do? Just choose 1? All right. What's his name? Herman Senior. I see you are a troll. All, but it says only what? Read that one more time for me.
Khan is the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 3. Take heed to yourselves. If thy brother trespass against thee.
How much? How much?
Thy brother.
This is only say brother. What you mean by all? All right, I'm gonna help you with this, right? That's for time 6. You right when you said yes, all. This is not just speaking about what? 1 brother. You understand? When the Bible speaks about loving your brother, it doesn't mean you love 1 brother. It means what? You love what? All your brothers. Now go back to Corinthians 1 and 1 Corinthians 7 and 2.
Come on, sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 2. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife.
Right, his own wife. Meaning what? Meaning what?
It's like,
come on.
That a man cannot take another man's wife.
Meaning, if I go have a woman, that don't mean if I have a wife, right? You right with what you just said, what you said, Yerma. And I go get another woman.
Sir.
I still have one wife, right?
Sir.
Salaki.
Come on.
Lie, you have 2 wives.
I have 2 wives.
Khan.
But there's my what? They are my what?
Your own, sir.
Your own.
My own wife. So this is my own wife. This is my own wife. This is my own wife. This is my own wife.
Right.
I'm not sharing these wives. They are my own.
Khan Salaki, sir.
Come on.
And this scripture is not even talking about multiple wives, if I may. It's just talking about because at the time the sons were laying with their father's wives at this time. You know what I'm saying? So it's a letter concerning that. It's not even talking about whether a man can have more than one wife or have to have one wife or not.
But that's how I'm gonna help you. It is teaching about marriage.
Kind of, it's teaching about marriage, but it's not teaching about if I can only have one. Bible, it's Salaki.
Well, yeah, if you listen to me, that's what I'm saying, basically. Follow me. Remember, it says what? Let every man have his own wife. I'm explaining to you that what? This is my own wife. This is my own wife. This is my own wife. That's my own wife. That's my own. I'm not sharing her with anybody. You understand? His own wife. Right? And if that's the case, then the Bible, there's plenty with then why would Christ teach about what? About a man having what? 10 bridegroom.
Khan liken it into the kingdom of heaven.
Yes. Then the Bible is plenty places where it contradicts itself.
Right.
It's just telling you, if you don't have a woman and you want you need one because of your behavior, you understand? To avoid having unlawful sex, go get your own wife. That's all. Go get your own wife. This is helping who? This is really for who? This right here is really for who? Who is this for?
Salaki.
Come on.
You mean specifically, like who was Paul writing this to, or
yeah, meaning when you read this, who is it for? Who is it? Who is he speaking to?
Salaki, yes, sir.
Come on.
A man that don't have a wife but want one.
That's it. That's simply it. You don't have a wife and you want one, go get your own. Go get 3, go get 2, go get how much ever you want, but go get your own. That's why he's telling you what? To avoid fornication. To avoid it. You understand? Go get your own wife. And now he said what? Read the last part of it.
And let every woman have her own husband.
And let what?
Every woman have her own husband.
Now he already have the law on what? How many what? Husband a woman could have. A woman can't say, this is my own husband, this is my own husband. Why? Because she will be considered a what in Israel?
A whore.
Yes, a whore. You understand? But it's known that a man could have more than one woman. But nonetheless, this is really for a brother who does not have. You understand?
So like I said,
a wife and a woman who don't have a what? A husband.
So like,
come on.
Like for that last part, if it meant that a woman could have multiple husbands, then that would be in direct contradiction to the latter part, because they're talking about fornication and adultery. So if a woman went and got another man after she already had a man, then that second man would then be committing fornication.
Yes. You know what I mean? You basically had a Christian church. You understand? All right. Right. So that's correct, sis. Right? It's singular but pertaining to the whole population of brothers. Correct. Right. So when it speaks about a woman, about a brother having his own wife, that means that's woman belong to him only. It is not talking about just one woman. It just means that woman belong to him. And brothers in here have 4, 3 wives, 2 wives, 1 wife. What we know is that those women belong to him and him only. That's it. All right. What?
So like I said.
Let's see if I read it correctly. Somebody read that for me.
Cover. So like she said, the sister saying, how would a woman find her own husband though, if men are shared in some cases?
Her own husband. Ah. Sis, a woman could find her own husband if a man is shared in some cases, if that man wants to share with her. That's all. Meaning this. Okay, and this is what, okay. And I blame the Christian church for this. Because without the Christian church, without America, we wouldn't have to be explaining marriage. It would, you know what I mean? It would be something, you know what I mean? The culture, it'd be part of the culture, you know what I mean? For Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But because of the Christian church, now we have to go in and explain these things, right? A woman can find her own husband, right? What would that, okay, what will have to come into play for that woman to find her own husband? First off, you can't have a man. You understand? You have to be single. And if that man is an Israelite and you want to talk to him or he talks to you, then he becomes your, you know what I mean, and you all want to do the deal and have sex, then that's your husband. So I don't really how to pay it.
So like I said,
don't want to. Come on.
If I could, I like to, like I always use like the children, if it makes sense. Like as a father, I could have 10 children, but each one of those children have their own father, which is me. So like, so I think she's caught up more or less on if her man has another wife, then that's not her own man because he has another wife.
Yeah, I understand. I totally understand that. I totally understand. You know what I mean? That part of it there. You understand? But that's, you know what I mean? I don't know how to help you. I don't know what to tell you again when it comes to that. A woman has a husband. That's her own husband. The only difference is she is doing what with that husband? She has to do what with him?
Share him. So.
That's all. Share him. But that's her own husband. That's it. You understand?
So like, sir.
Come on.
If I could, real quick, because they do it in the world anyway. Like if you watch Baby Boy, they'll talk about how, you know, Baby Boy had got all these other women, but the sisters will still sit down and say, man, I know he a dog. I know he cheating and got these other women, but that's my man. They do it in the world anyway. At least in the truth is righteous.
Yes, you're right.
Like
with what you're saying. Come on, Ayathan.
It's like it's just like, you know, if this sister had a father and that father had 2 daughters, you understand? They sharing a father, you understand, but he's still your own father. If that makes sense.
That's the best way I could put it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I thought I clapped there. I'll take that one. You understand? That's the best way. I think that's what Yermak was basically trying to say also too with the 10 kids. You understand? But with the 2 daughters, that's the best way to explain it. Come on.
Luck, yes, sir. And you know what I mean? To avoid fornication, if a woman have sex with a man that is not her husband, seeing having a husband that is not her own husband, you know what I mean? That is fornication. So
that's right.
You know, that is the point of the matter. A woman fornication is she having sex with a man that is not her husband.
Not her own. That's it.
Kind of one.
Correct. That's it. Yeah. All right. And with the Christian church, it gives a woman that sense of he is my man and my man only. No, sis. You're gonna have to share that man. In here, you're going to have to share that man. And if you're not prepared to share that man, what should you do?
Not marry him, sir.
That's all. That's all. Don't marry. Don't. Because what you're gonna find yourself doing is you're gonna be having a new husband every what?
Tuesday.
Yeah, every month. You will find yourself having a husband every Tuesday of every month. You understand? Because he is going to get a woman in the world, and he's gonna leave him, and he's gonna go. It's a cycle. Why not stay with that man? Stay with him. That's yours. You're scared of competition. That way you're scared of competition. You're scared of not being looked at as the trophy. No. That man is a lion, and he's going to have his pride. Slovakia. So, you know what I mean? In here, you know what I mean? Woman, sisters going to come in here. They're going to learn what marriage is. They're going to learn that they're going to have to share their man. And if they're not willing to share their man, then they shouldn't marry at all. But if you come in here, you understand? You don't want a man in here because you have to share him. And you go out there and get a man, you still can't leave him. Or you'll be put out of school. You understand? You better go serve that man in the world as you will serve a brother in here. You understand? That's how serious we take marriage in here. You understand? That's how serious we take it. You can't now, you know what I mean, say, well, you know what? I can't handle UPK men. You're like a ton of women. Yeah, we do. We do. Love them. Guess what? You're going to find all the brothers in the world. They love them too. And you're going to have to stay with that brother in the world. You're going to have to smell his pork breath. You understand? You're going to have to smell his cigarette breath. And you're going to have to love him for it. Because that's what you marry. You marry your own man. Right?
Oh, God.
You understand? Or else you just come in here and just fall in line. Fall in line. You understand? All right. And with that, any more questions? That Herman, whatever his name is. What's his name?
Anthrobian Harmon, sir.
Yeah, you go to the Christian church and get Isaiah 56 and 1 to 8 answered. I'm not answering that in here.
Trying to
all right.
Down.
So you could go to the Christian church and get that answered. In here, you're gonna either behave or, you know what I mean, go to the Christian church. Who cares? I don't. I ain't trying to convert you. All right. All right. Any more questions?
Nothing online.
Okay. With that, oh boy, what's the time? Bro, give me 2 minutes. You all need to see this here. You know what I mean? You all been hearing this. I call it this go a week. I know my boy K-Ad won't go take this and run with it. All right, hold on. All right. Now listen to this good. I'm gonna put it on the screen before I do that. Hold on. Let me see how I'm doing this. Okay. K-Ad one, who is this?
Salakia, sir. That is the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness.
All right. Listen to what the Prime Minister of Jamaica going to say. All right. This is him speaking here right now.
Hold
on.
Salakia, sir. No audio.
You're not hearing?
Nah, sir.
What the hell is this? Somebody trying to sabotage me, right? Hold on, let me stop it and share it again. All right. Hold on. You all need to hear this. I mean, y'all think is in America alone. No way. This is throughout the whole Caribbean. You understand? Black brothers in the Caribbean, tribes in the Caribbean. You know what I mean? All right, let me see.
That's ever.
You okay hear it now?
Please, man, just said to that black people are this set of people that has ever walked the face of the earth. The Chinese said to him that there's no other race in the world more stupider than black people, and that's why black people is to the bottom of every economic ladder in the world, and they will never rise up. He told him, he said, you know, this is a black country, and in this black country, a Chinese or any other ethnicity, any other race of people, whether it's Indian, Chinese, Arabs, and he went on, saying they can come into a black country and they can set up a business next to a black person in a black country, and with the help of the black people, they will put the black man out of business in a matter of weeks. When he highlighted the fact that black people are stupid, I was in awe. But when he explained that to me, I must agree. For another ethnicity to come to our land and tell us that we are the stupidest set of people that has ever walked the face of the earth, we would argue and get angry, but it's a fact. Because you can set up a store no matter what your prices are. Once the Chinese are selling next to you, the Chinese will shop with the Chinese. If you set up a business, the same thing applies to the Indian. Indians will first shop with Indians. Europeans will shop with Europeans. Black people are the only race of people who will spend their money with another race of people who don't like them or who don't care about them. So I must agree with the young Chinese man. We are so far in that situation the stupidest set of people that has ever walked the face of the earth.
Is he correct?
Yeah.
You understand?
Like I said, if I may.
Come on.
Like he's not correct because we're not the stupidest, but they don't take into account that we're God's chosen people and we're under a curse and under oppression. They don't understand that.
You're right. You're right. But I will hit it or smack it in the face. You understand?
So like
come on.
I looked at a definition of stupid. It says having or showing a great lack of intelligence or common sense.
Yes. Yes, correct. But are black people the most stupidest people on the face of the earth? No. But come on. What are we?
That is such a hypocritical thing, Adawana, if I may, because during slavery, we was making inventions during that time.
Yes.
So
you're looking at that, right? But look at
Like we're homeborn slaves, sir.
Yes, but okay. Meaning this, we're not the stupidest people.
Right.
Right? That is a fact. We're not.
Mentally ill?
No.
Post-traumatic slave disorder?
No, somebody just said it right there. Come on.
We're destroyed, sir.
Yes. We are the most destroyed people. The Chinese, did they in your 400 years of slavery? Was your mother and your fathers lynched? The Europeans, The East Indians. You can't say we're stupid when they never went through what we went through as a people. If you saying that, you stupid. Why? Because he's the prime minister of Jamaica, and he's signing what? Orphan bills to do what? To protect the Chinese man right in your community. So he's the stupid one. He is the stupid Negro.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Come on.
Hey, if they don't get rid of that trigger, I don't know, man. Like they get him out, man. He got to go.
Okay, he got to go, but it's more than he got to go. What has to go?
That mindset, sir.
Yeah, that's mindset. That is what has to go. Because guess what? He is not the only one that's going to agree with him. Black people do not understand the destruction that was put on them by the oppressor. We do not understand it. You have a very educated man who went to the highest level of education. I show he has a doctorate. You understand? But he lacks what? What does he lack?
He lacks understanding and wisdom.
Yes.
He lacks intelligence, sir.
Okay. He lacks knowledge. He is intelligent. That dude right there, you could talk to him about Jamaican policies and constitution. Oh, he gonna wax you in it. You can't go up next to him and talk about Jamaican policies. He is going to tell you what Jamaican policies is. But he lacks that knowledge in the Bible. He lacks that knowledge that what? That black people are the most destroyed people on the face of the earth. Most destroyed. We're not stupid. We're most destroyed. You understand? And if anybody has to be stupid, he has to be the one. Because he's the one that put in stuff in the Constitution to what? To bring these immigrants in. To bring them in.
Hey, Salaki, sir.
Come on.
He and a couple, he and others before him were the ones who bring the Chinese in tax-free.
Yes.
So how can we compete against someone who is not paying tax when you have to be paying tax?
That's it. You understand? That is it. You know what I mean? I had to show you all that. I know we up on the time mark here. You know what I mean? Any questions?
Again, sir. And these Chinese coming here, I mean, they are oppressors, even all the way back to the book of Judges, Moab. They have always been oppressors. But I pity they don't know that their time to be destroyed and to experience what we have experienced is right at their doorstep.
That's right, that is right. You understand? That is right. You know what I mean? That is totally right. Hey, what's this brother name? Arabian. You don't listen. I see you hard of hearing. Go to the Christian church and ask a question. If you're coming here, you're gonna be right. Ask a question right. You understand? And I want you all to see his name. You're gonna have to change your name and change your attitude. Because nobody in here gonna answer your question. All right. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer, Bankeal, or who holding it down?
I got a cap. Bankeal's Kowal got it.
Kowal. All right. Pass the class to priest and officer, Kowal.
Men of Israel, we're gonna render Amadio. We're gonna render one courteous salute to Captain I.S.U.P.K. Men of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Amadio, Barak.
Yahweh Shimmy Sharp Brakatah.
Yajamata, Sar Traffic Sisters.
Hold on. Let me salute you all now.
My bad, Cap.
Shalom. Yeah, about Shabbat thumb.
Yajamata.
I see it. That brain moving fast.
My bad.
Ain't no sweat.
I'm an autopilot. It's like
Yeah.
Men of Israel, we're gonna bring one curse to the sisters. Amadu Shabbat, Amadium, Barak.
Yeah,
All right, Yajmatah, we get these announcements. You shall be seated. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. All right, I.S.U.P.K started at 1 West, 125th Street, Hall, New York. New rule for brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, 8 through 10 means 10th in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund is a free will offer priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like. Upcoming holy convocations. The feast, memorial blowing of trumpets. All right. You can find this in Leviticus 23 and 1. All right. Also, too, the cookouts. All right. We got the Atlanta cookout coming up July 4th through the 7th. If you need transportation, any funds or anything, contact your camp leader. All right. Also, too, like, share, subscribe, thumbs up all the UPK podcasts. Say again, sir. Oh, Comic-Con, all the America on Fire. Like, share, subscribe. Also, too, get with your camp leaders about the event going on this weekend. All right, in the North Carolina area, in Durham, Raleigh, right? Raleigh-Durham area, in Durham. All right. If anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, pants, headband, shirt, socket, boots, pants, headband, and scarf with that.